So welcome everybody. This small film is to kill two birds with one stone. Bird number one, to demonstrate a presentation technique which is called the tabletop technique, and bird number two, to discuss the topic of 100% virtual employees and virtual teams. So, welcome everybody. Thanks very much for the presentation. Mrs. Smith, thanks very much for coming. I know from an HR perspective, this is very important for you because we've been getting a lot of questions in the organization to the topic of 100% virtual employees. Mrs. Jones, thank you very much as well. I know that this is something that is causing headaches in the management board because there are no clear answers of how to approach the topic of 100% virtual. And guys, sales, marketing, manufacturing, I know that all of your people are asking you the same questions as well. How much can we work at home from and how much not? Do we have to be in the office? Do we not? Yeah. So the title of the presentation is 100% virtual employees is 100% certain. Yeah. Even if it's in 50 years when there's been a nuclear explosion and the air has been poisoned and we all have to remain in bunkers, one day we're all going to be virtual to a certain extent. The 100% virtual environment is a guaranteed outcome and already is a guaranteed model for many, many people across the world. So here's the problem, yeah? And this is literally our problem. And I'll be very honest, none of you here believe in 100% virtual. And I can say that with authenticity because I don't either. I don't want a 100% virtual environment. I think it's much nicer to have the face-to-face content, yeah? But at the moment, our organization has a wishy-washy approach to 100% virtual. And when I say 100% virtual, I mean no office requirement ever, yeah? So 100%, you know, the approach is nobody really believes in the 100% virtual employee. We believe in working from home 2 days a week, sometimes 3 days a week, sometimes even 4 days a week, and sometimes 5 days a week, but with the understanding that all of the guys come into the office from time to time, yeah? The result of this is mixed messages. Every team leader has a different opinion. There is confusion. There is doubt about, is this really the way that we want to go or not? I mean, would you agree with this from HR?
Yeah, indeed, Tim. We have a problem with this situation because, as you know, we are human beings, and we have to interact with each other, like physically.
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible to work 100% remote.
Great. And this is what we need to test in our organization because there are so many organizations who, for themselves, have already proved that it is possible and it is a good idea in some situations. Yeah. From a sales perspective.
No, it's not a great idea at all. Because my people have to meet our customers in front and they have to move around and to make money. It's not a good idea.
Great.
No.
Now, I'm older than you, but we are both old. And if you take anybody who is under the age of 30, they will say, that's wrong. The new world is a world where we have to be able to sell with online relationships created, with online contacts created, because otherwise, where are we going in the next 20, 50, 100 years? It has to be something that is made possible. So again, in some situations, it's already working. I believe we have to test whether it is an equation that will work for us. Yeah? So here's the proposal. We want to test it. We want to create a prototype. And prototyping means firstly, we identify leaders, team leaders of small teams who are also 100% virtual. They never come into the office. They are true believers in the 100% equation. Yeah? Then we identify and create the 100% virtual teams that will be led by these virtual team leaders. Small teams of 100% virtual teams who never come into the office. We give them 6 months to do their stuff and we test it. Yeah? How does this sound from a manufacturing perspective?
It doesn't sound good because people in the manufacturer has to work, and I cannot imagine that they will stop the manufacturing and just watch for 20 minutes the video conference with the leaders, for example.
Mm-hmm.
It's not productive for the company.
Which means we're definitely not going to begin the prototype in manufacturing, because obviously there are some areas of the company that can never happen in a virtual way. But we would try it in administration and potentially in HR. So I'm going to come back to you later with a specific proposal about the team leaders I think might be interested in this role. The benefits. Yeah? We will test productivity levels. We will test the work type which would be appropriate and the work type which wouldn't. We would test the type of person who does it well, the type of person and personality who doesn't. We would test the legal ramifications, all of the things that we need to prepare in order to make sure it works effectively. And we would look at it from an HR perspective in deciding what needs to be provided in terms of support, people support, IT support, GDPR support, and all of the various elements that come as a result of this. So, this is the agenda. We may not need to move forward. Let's begin the discussion. Let me clear up any uncertainties. And what I'm looking for is an indication of whether you are behind a go decision in order to establish these virtual teams. So, carry on filming for a second. So the process of the tabletop presentation. Was anybody looking at technique, or were you involved in the topic? You instantly get involved in the topic because the interaction is there. So as the presenter, I'm ensuring that I've got a list of questions which is designed to put to the individuals, to put them on the spot, to begin the interaction early. Get it started early, and then the discussion will open up. As an influencer, as a salesperson, as somebody who wants to convince somebody to move forward with a topic, the sooner I get my interaction started, the sooner I'm going to get a positive result to this process. And cut.